Why did Moses forbid eating pork, eagle, hawk, raven, or any fish without scales? In doing so, he actually had 3 spiritual principles in mind. Even though the Lord says in Deuteronomy, "I will establish my laws among this people," these commands were never just about literal food. Moses was speaking metaphorically. The swine, pig. Moses was essentially saying, do not associate with people who act like pigs. These are people who forget the Lord when they are living in luxury and pleasure, only acknowledging him when they fall into need. A pig behaves the same way. It ignores its master when it is full, but screams for him the moment it is hungry, only becoming quiet once it is fed again. The eagle, hawk, kite, and raven. By forbidding these, he meant, do not join yourselves to people who don't know how to work for their own food through honest labor. Instead, these people wickedly steal what belongs to others. They may act innocent, but they are constantly looking for someone to plunder, like these predatory birds that sit idle and plot how to eat the flesh of others. These people are social pests because of their wickedness. The lamprey, polyp, and cuttlefish, he meant, do not associate with or become like those who are godless and condemned to death. These specific fish are cursed because they don't swim freely through the water like others. Instead, they live at the very bottom, dwelling in the mud of the deep. The hare. You must not eat this because you should not be a corrupter of youth or become like those who are. This is based on the ancient belief that the hare increases its number of birth canals every year, having as many as the years it has lived. The hyena. You must not eat this, meaning you should not be an adulterer or a corrupter. This is because the animal was believed to change its sex every year, being male one year and female the next. The weasel. Moses rightly loathed this animal to teach that you should not be like those who commit wicked and unclean acts with their mouths, nor associate with impure women who do the same. This is based on the idea that the weasel conceives through its mouth. Moses issued these 3 doctrines regarding food with a deep spiritual significance, but the people followed them only according to their physical desires, as if he were only talking about literal meat. However, David understood the spiritual truth behind these 3 categories when he wrote in the Psalms, "Blessed is the man who has not walked in the counsel of the ungodly," referring to those who, like the bottom-dwelling fish, live in darkness, nor stood in the way of sinners, referring to those who claim to fear the Lord, but go astray like swine, nor sat in the seat of the scornful, referring to those who, like predatory birds, lie in wait for prey. Moses said, you may eat every animal that has a cloven, split hoof, and chews the cud, ruminates. The ruminant, this represents a person who, when they receive nourishment, recognizes and thanks the provider, finding visible joy in being satisfied by him. This refers to joining those who fear the Lord, meditate on his word, and find joy in practicing his judgments. The cloven hoof. This symbolizes the righteous person who, while walking in this physical world, keeps their eyes fixed on the holy state to come. See how brilliantly Moses legislated, but it was impossible for the people of that time to understand these things. We, however, having had our ears and hearts circumcised by the Lord, can now rightly understand and explain these commandments exactly as he intended. If anyone has listened to this point and is curious about who wrote these, it's from the letter of Barnabas. He has a letter and also a gospel. The name Barnabas, son of encouragement, but he also had another name, Joseph, Yusuf, which means